I smell like beef.
I smell like beef.
I smell like beef.
All right. Anyways, welcome to another podcast episode. This is now what, number 9. Yeah, we are number 9. Please advise that I will be having people walking back and forth behind me and stuff because there's a lot of moving going on. Some people are moving out into a new place and a bunch of random shenanigans. So if you see them, kind of get them in a glimpse a bit. That's okay. Anyways, so should we talk about Wild West first, or should we get
I say we should talk about Wild West first. While our minds are so fresh about it.
that and while we're waiting for Alger, our boy, to join us, because he says he's gonna join us in like half an hour because he's still out.
Muffled yelling.
All right, so let's start with Alec because he played by himself there last week. Well, what did you think of the field and stuff?
So, I'm not a big fan of town because
Oh, really?
because it's kind of imbalanced in the sense that the side where it goes up against the bigger map, I forget the name of it.
Hyper 2.
Hyper 2. I feel like it's more sided towards that side of the map. Like the cover to get to at least the middle section of the map is a lot safer to get out of that spawn than it is on the other side where the paintball field is.
Oh, do you mean the paintball field that's closest to the concessions and stuff, or the paintball field that's on the other side of town?
The paintball field that's on the other side of town. That side
So
is
the
more
bigger
favorable.
one.
Yeah.
The big one? Oh, yeah, so they call that one Hyper 2. I don't know why, but they call it
Yeah.
Hyper 2.
So Hyper
There's no
2,
tube in it.
the Hyper 2 or the Hyper side of town is more imbalanced than the paintball side where the concession is.
Well, and not only that, but like inside that field too, because I noticed that today is whenever all the players are in there, they start them on both of the same corner on opposite ends, so they're
Yeah.
literally looking right at each other. And what they could have done is do it where it's diagonal, where both teams are like this, so then everybody has a even chance to spread out.
Dude, that's
feel
what
like
they do with Hyper 2 towards the end of the day when we did Hyper, our last game, is that they actually put us on opposite corners.
Yeah.
But they didn't do that during town.
Yeah, like
One of the things too that I enjoy about the Hyper map too, being so large, is that if you spawn on the netting side where it's backed up against the two other maps,
Yeah.
you can run around the right side, that huge wall of netting, just run straight down it and go back behind those dirt mounds.
Oh
And
yeah.
with my camouflage, I can go prone in the tall grass and start crawling all the way to the back side of their spawn and start shooting into it.
Did you really do that last week?
Got a few people mad.
Who's mad? Stay mad.
It was funny too because I was like, man, I kind of deserved
right there in the other
getting
bathroom.
shot, but
I'm
at the
doing
same
my
time I deserved a
recordings.
couple of those kills for having prone crawled all the way there without being spotted.
Man over here pulling out the milsim tactics over here.
Dude, it was so tiring and full gear, dude. Oh my god. The last time I'm doing it.
Guys, this is why we don't run our Russian kits. That's why we stay lightweight
No, dude.
operators, guys.
My full kit being the vest, the rig, the backpack, and my gun, helmet, all that shit. So that was like, I didn't have a whole lot of movement to begin with, and then laying on my belly and crawling with my gun tucked between my arms, I was just like, stood up. I stood up to shoot some people. And I was like, oh.
Yeah, well, the thing about it too is like I didn't have any issue with it. I didn't have any issue with that field really. Like I gave it a good solid 8 out of 10. It's just the only issue that I had with it was the same side spawn points. That was it. And then there's some technical issues, but that's not really something that you can really handle yourself. That's more of it happens. That stuff pops out. It happens. It's whatever. So like when they call for a ceasefire because like earlier today some kid's goggles like fell off of his helmet and stuff. That happens. It happens.
Oh, yeah.
Like it's not an issue. But yeah, no, I mean I've had fun with that field. I had fun with it.
I've
I
had
agree
tons
with-
of fun games on it. I'm not gonna go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say I just had a lot of fun running around in a M50 and trying to find the guess what I'm saying?
The
I walk up to Leon and I was like, "What's up, dude?" And he's like, "What do you say?" So I had to lift up my mask and like, "What's up, dude?"
Yeah, it's
One of
gonna
the
Your
be
voice doesn't
fun.
carry, so you can't pierce through the plastic.
Well, that and like not only that, but like it's gonna be fun editing the audible points because I already know what I'm gonna put for word captions underneath.
You know what's funny is thinking about the difference between town and VIP's arenas is that
Oh,
VIP I feel like I have more fun in VIP CQC despite like the amount of like issues I've had in the past with it. And the map feels larger versus town, even though I can kind of guess that they're almost about the same size. Town might be a little bit
Well,
larger, but the
so
lack of cover in between
yeah,
is
that's
like,
that's what I was gonna say is because it's an
um,
outdoor field and stuff. It doesn't have as much cover for an outdoor
exactly.
field. It's a
And
lot
route.
more open and it's a lot more of a shifty type
It's
versus
it's definitely a three lane, your typical 3 lane style map like
yeah
you would see in video
yeah.
games and shit. Yeah.
versus
Oh yeah.
like VIP Gilbert where they have a lot of doors and corners and you have to check each door and corner and make sure you're good. Because I mean, yeah, that like VIP Gilbert they have it a little bit more challenging because of the fact that you have to like watch every corner versus this one where it's just open range fire.
Yeah, and I remember having some issues where like I'm older than most of those people that are there, and there's a lot more people that are fit than me, of course. And we'll be like off of a game, and we'll be thrown right into like the second round of it, right? And
Yep.
everyone's rearing to go, and right out of spawn, everyone starts running, and I'm like slightly behind the first couple guys, and I immediately start getting hit by BBs, and I'm like, God damn it! Like that's the one thing I don't like about that too is like the early people immediately start shooting BBs across because you got full line of sight on
Well,
entire
that
crowds of
and
people.
like the spawn points too, especially with the far right side if you're entering in through the netting facing east, the far right side spawn is just so more open and limited to so much cover and everybody that's huddled together. It's hard to like get them out and stuff versus
Yep.
the far other side of the spawn on the left hand side where they have like one postal cover, but they have range cover, so then you can hurry up and get to the next spot. So, like when I saw this and when we were playing the first match and stuff, I was like, "Yo, like they're just gonna shoot in our spawn, and we're literally just gonna be sitting ducks because they're just gonna sit there and do that. Like they should make it where it's on opposite ends and a diagonal way, so then at least everybody has time and knowings that they can all spread out and hit one another
Yeah,
Mhm.
rather
that's
than just going across and being like, hey, I see you over here. I'm going to shoot over there now because you're vulnerable right there versus where it could be like right here and over there.
and you know
Yeah.
one thing I will gripe about Hyper is that there's no like buildings, you know, it's just cover chunks everywhere. That's all it is. There's no like there's a house right here that you can just kind of walk through 2 hallways or you know what I mean?
I
Right.
It's
feel
kind
the
of
exact same way about that.
because there's no being able to flank anyone on Hyper because everyone can see exactly where you're going. It's just you got to catch people that aren't even paying attention at all. So
Pretty
it's
Right.
much.
like,
Um, I have a thing about the difference between Gilbert and a lot less the fact that I am a very claustrophobic person because I'm fucking huge, you know, like 6'3", 240 pounds or some shit.
With some
I
extra
fucking
chunk.
nah, bro.
he's
I
underage. He's
swear,
underage. Back off, Leon.
I swear, that's my goal. Yeah, I'm underage. They kidnapped me.
Put them at
No,
gunpoint.
so I'm a fan of how open and like I'm a fan of just the outdoors in general. I'm not really huge on indoor arenas, especially because I feel more free
Well, and
to
like I
like,
stated before, like with this
mm,
state, it's hot.
yeah,
And playing outdoor fields in a environment where like Wild West is versus like if you were to go play the one up north in Chino Valley,
mm,
it's it's in the open, it's hot, there's no shade, there's nothing there to really protect you. If you're gonna get shade, you better hope a cloud comes over.
yeah,
Yeah,
like
Wild
I think
West
it
is
was, like,
definitely
second
a
round.
seasonal thing.
Wasn't it like the second round only got shade or something?
No,
I
it
don't
was the
remember.
last. It was the last match spot where we were on the
Oh yeah.
other map where there was like a few minutes of cloud cover.
That was very light.
Yeah.
It was very
I mean,
light, but it felt
honestly,
nice at the same time.
it felt nice most of the time because it was just really nice airsoft weather. To be honest,
I mean, it was perfect. Like it was.
it was the
Like, don't get
perfect
me
day
wrong,
for
it
it,
was
man.
perfect.
Yeah,
It
On the warm
was.
it
side,
was.
but definitely the best
Oh,
we've had.
I didn't run around so much because, as to a
Hmm.
lot of people who don't know, I made a little slipsies on my motorcycle and had a little fun, so I can still somewhat move my left arm to a certain point. And like when we were playing out there, towards like the last two matches, my arm was slowly starting to give out. Like I couldn't hold my gun anymore.
Amputate
I
the
could
arm.
tell. I could really
Amputate.
tell.
Continue playing.
It was obvious. Like people who saw it, it was stupid obvious. Like you can see my arm starting to like slowly lower itself because it was just in a lot of pain.
I can see you're hunkering down on a lot of corners and then just using the buildings to like hold up your gun so that
Yep.
you're just propped up and you're like, okay,
Yeah, I was
I'm
like,
not moving for the rest of the game, basically, unless I get shot.
Yeah, I
It was
was
more of
like-
like I'm not gonna move until I need to move because my arm is killing me. I'm making sure everybody's getting hit. Like I'm not all about that.
because I was like, you know me, I was like running around like fast as fuck. I see you, and I'm like, oh fuck, man, I feel bad for him.
Well, and at the
like,
same time too, I was actually very happy that I brought my DMR because at least with my arm
true.
situation, I was able to sit back in somewhat the spawn area and get some pretty good clips and move here and there. I didn't move as much. I didn't have to move as much either. Like as soon as I got to a spot, I was like, you know what, I'm chilling here. I got plenty. And I mean, these videos, some of these videos, they're going to be very short because there wasn't really much going on. And if there was, like, it was not very much shooting. It was more of listen to him muffle talk to me the entire time.
I mean, honestly, I feel like it was more of a funny moments day, you know?
Yeah.
We can copy Storm, make unfunny moments, part 1.
Dude, well, because there's so much, it was so long between games because they're like, all right, everybody, we're going to town. We walk in, pretty much everybody's there because you could look out into the staging area. There's nobody standing there, but the refs are waiting for another ref to show up to help, and it takes
that and
like 5-6 minutes just to get a game started.
well, and not so much that too, but also when they have to do the ceasefire.
Oh, yeah.
When they have to do the ceasefire, and the ceasefire almost takes 5 minutes because they're trying to figure out, like, hey, what's going on? What's happening? Why is everybody having to stop firing? Why does everybody have to pull their mags out to stop firing? It'd be somebody with an iPro issue or like HPA kids today. They came in and started magged upping some dude that was already out. They were like, dude,
Well, hold on, that's a special. Let's.
Well,
dude,
that one. No, that one. The other one, that's different. That one's.
Oh, was there one from
There
earlier?
was another one where a guy had his hand up and saying, "I'm already fucking hit."
Oh no, I didn't know about that one.
That's why they yelled
Wasn't that a guy
ceasefire
from
on that one. That's why they were getting kicked out the first time. I put 2 and 2 together because that's why they were getting kicked out the first time, but they didn't really have any like valid proof that they intentionally did it.
Right.
It was towards the end of our last match when we decided to call it a day is when they did it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Which that's gonna be fun to post and stuff because I didn't even care that I got out the second time we got hit.
Go figure, speed softers ruining shit again.
Dude, we were standing by our table in the staging area and we watched like what, almost eight, 9 of these dudes show up, all in dye mask, all in it with HBA.
Well, because like we heard some stuff that was happening at VIP Phoenix earlier from you saying that there was supposed to be some stuff that was going down.
I'm wondering if they came over to Wild West then.
Yeah, because they got kicked
maybe
out
it's a far drive, but
well, and the thing is too is like all these airsoft places, they contact one another and being like, hey, we banned this guy for this reason, and just watch out type of thing. So they'd be like, okay, we'll kind of keep an eye out and in hopes that they're not going to pull the same stuff.
right, yeah. It was
Eclipse, you're fine. Hey,
Pretty
knock it
crazy.
off. You're fine.
Now I wonder, is it possible to get banned from Dreadnought?
Yes,
Yes.
Yeah,
really?
you
very
could
big possibility.
get banned from anywhere. You try hard enough.
If you intentionally do something to purposely target somebody because you didn't like them, and you go to figure out where they're playing next and stuff, and you're stalking their stuff, yeah, you're gonna get banned everywhere because it does get posted out there.
Yep.
I got you.
I mean, that's also you could call that a category of assault too, or
Category
harassment
of
at least.
That is true.
harassment,
That is
assault,
actually very good.
intention to harm, because
Yeah, exactly.
BBs don't exactly feel good. As much as they're non-lethal, they can still, like, depending on how close you are, how much your PSI is pushing at and stuff, it can it could kill somebody.
Oh, you can inflict bleeding with it. If you shoot someone enough with it, it's probably gonna hurt, and you can probably take an eye out. You can damage
Oh
your
yeah,
eardrums.
there's so much to
Oh
it.
yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
But yeah,
exactly.
There's like this incident earlier, like well, it wasn't. It was more like, oh, I just got killed. Like I got hit so fucking hard, I fell back and my fucking airframe like flew off my head. I think Leon's eye.
I got a few nice clips of the refs too. There, it was funny. I let one of the refs there at Wild West shoot my DMR when it was that the last match thing. I let him
Yeah.
shoot
Right
my
after our
DMR.
last match, when we were doing pictures.
It was no, it was before it. No, not that
Oh,
one. It was the
not that
other one.
one?
It was during the match. It was during the match.
Oh, I didn't see you during the match
I
then,
didn't-
Yeah,
probably.
so
Yeah,
the
right.
first match, or no, it was the first match. After a while, I finally got hit. I go up on the hill, and I looked at the ref and go, "Hey, you want to try my gun out?" He goes, "Yeah." So he
Oh,
takes it,
I don't know.
and then he looks at this one SpeakQB kid that
Oh,
was near the front, and all of a sudden I just see BB trails just go, "Whoop." And then the second one just, like, the first one hit him on like the back of the little twist bracket thing, and then the second one trailed right after and hit him just above that, and you just see him do this.
God. I will say one thing.
So real.
I wish the refs had a little more enthusiasm with like controlling the players and stuff like that,
Right.
because
Yeah.
they look like they don't want to be there, and that kind of is like just a morale fucking teaser. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's like,
Yeah.
come on, man, be a little more chipper or
It
whatnot.
could.
You know, because
I mean, it could be that they were there early in the morning and that they're tired too, because like they.
We didn't show up until almost noon, so.
Yeah.
well,
So they were a bit more open.
I go right when they open, which is like 8 o'clock is when all the refs
Yeah,
get there, and
that's when they're
I
tired. You're going there when
no,
they're tired.
but even then I play till like 3. You know what I mean? And then even throughout the whole day, they're just not.
You must have had different refs than we did, because the refs
Yeah.
that we got, they were
We
actually pretty
had
well.
I had an
Low-key,
older.
dude, they were chill as fuck.
Oh yeah, we
I had
had the older dude with the
what-
beard. He was there,
yeah, and then the
but like,
chick, and then there's another dude, I can't remember his name or anything like that, but
right.
yeah, I bet it's the
Yeah.
same revs almost every day, because I doubt they
Well,
have like a
they're
huge.
only open on the weekends.
Same.
Oh, okay, well then yeah, so
I
they probably
think
just
the
have the
owner
same
there.
group of
I
people.
saw the owner there, and he looked really fucking familiar. Like, because the type of work that I do, I go and pick up their
thought
stuff, and I feel like
I thought
he
the,
works at one of the police stations that I went over to go pick
The
up.
guy in
from.
green?
Yeah,
Oh, he's the owner.
yeah.
I thought the,
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay.
Either
I thought
he's
the
the
owner
owner
was the guy
or
in the,
the other
little
dude that
hut.
was the elderly man.
Yeah, the older fella.
He either is the owner or he's the father to the other dude, and they both own it or something.
Okay, man, that makes a lot more sense.
I think the second one would make a lot of sense.
I wonder if
Yeah.
I can get in touch with the owner and contract out my company, Big Daddies, to
To like rework their buildings.
yeah, dude, get some
It
buildings
does need
established.
some rework there,
Oh yeah,
It really does.
because it's
yeah.
starting to fall over and fall apart and stuff. And I feel like they only did it just because it's just it's outdoors and it's right there.
I also feel like they slapped
Understand.
it together without a real like knowledge of map design in mind. You know what I mean? Because
I mean,
man,
it's a
some of
cool
those
concept.
it's a neat idea, but in
I'm just
practice,
saying,
it's
man,
terrible.
Yeah.
Hear me out, guys. Like, I think we brought this up in Dirt's car. Like, if they like put all the maps in one, they get like really slow moving technicals, you know?
Well, if they made it a really big one and stuff like that, that would
Yeah.
be something else. But because it's both airsoft and paintball, you can't really do much
Yeah.
with it.
I mean,
And they
I mean, I
rotate
guess,
they
like,
rotate
airsoft
paintball and
people-
airsoft out between like the two maps. Like the paintballers will play on like one of the two paintball fields, and then they'll have airsofters play on one of the two airsoft
feel-
paintball fields.
I feel
But
like they should have like they have a paintball only field, and then they have paintball can get on the other two fields. But they design the maps to be for paintball. That's the problem.
yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Town map is almost for airsoft, but it's not at the same time because of the way that the spawns
this
are
is
arranged.
set up. Yeah,
Yeah, so I'm thinking like they should either convert or use like town or something and rework it for airsoft only, and then the big map is for both paintball and airsoft.
I agree with that. Just so
Right.
that both paintball and airsoft get their own nice dedicated fields. And like you said, like the third one is just because it just works because there's the chunks of cover. Both airsoft and paintball can work with that. But when you have two maps and a dedicated paintball map, and two of the maps are
Designed towards
more
paintball. Yeah.
towards paintball,
Well,
it makes it hard to do airsoft.
you know what they should do if they're gonna combine like both if they're gonna combine like both fields and such. Like if they made an entire large field and they got a mix of paintball and airsoft that play there, what they should do is do one match of paintballers and then do one match of airsofters, like rotate them.
Makes sense. Yeah.
Because either way, your clothes are gonna get painted on anyways because of the fact that the arena spots that they have you play at has already been hit with paint, and if you got to lean up on it or anything like that, like with me today, I had my arm leaned up on some
Left
paint,
arm.
and it was covered in paint. My legs were covered in paint too, so
Dude, like
it,
Leon was
it,
covered in
it
paint.
didn't
My
even
mechanic-
matter. It didn't even
Dude,
matter.
My mechanics looked like they were just like there was a bunch of white paint on them. I was like, bro.
I learned from the
sorry.
last time I played there back in October not to touch anything, so I tried my best not to touch
I-
any of the walls or anything like that. I was like semen
the
all
only-
over it or
I
something.
mean, at least the wooden walls you can touch
The wood
because
walls are
the
probably
paint
nice.
already is like dried up on it versus the
I still try to
plastic
keep touching the
cylinders.
minimum.
Yeah, I feel that.
Well, like if you got the
Um,
plastic cylinders and shit too, like you also got to keep in mind plastic paint doesn't exactly dry up as fast with paintballs because they're solidified water. And like
I mean,
the,
at least it's cleanable, you know. It
yeah,
doesn't
oh yeah,
stain.
it's well yeah, because like they make it where you can wash it and it's like fucking dissolvable type shit. Like
water
it's not,
soluble.
It's
paint,
not like
yeah.
it's not like it came out of the actual paint can
No,
and then it just stains your clothes forever.
Right.
Man, rest in peace my shorts, bro. I've had like fucking Lululemon shorts, and dude, that shit is like covered in paint now because I was painting with them once, and I accidentally wiped my hands in my shorts out of instinct. I usually wipe stuff on my shorts, so now it's
Yeah.
just like expensive ass shorts. There's paint on the left pocket now.
Damn.
It was funny. And my work shorts. I still go to the gym with them though.
Hey, the burritos out there, you can eat.
I definitely agree so far with everything that has been said about the field, pretty much, because I also gave it about a 7, mostly an 8. I said 8 in the car.
Yeah.
So everything that has been mentioned from both Jake and Leon already pretty much sums up everything that I was going to say and stuff. But it was definitely a better experience than the first time around I went. Now, granted, I can't be too biased about my first experience being there because of the fact that there was nobody in the first place at all. Because I decided my buddy and I decided to play on a freaking Sunday, and
Oh my god.
there was nobody.
Normally
basically.
Sundays nobody plays. I mean,
Right.
unless it's like noon, like for VIP Gilbert, like unless it's noon, you'll get a full session. But then after that session, there's like maybe 5 people that play the following session.
Yeah. So I'll definitely I don't know. I'll definitely say the refs are fair but tough.
They're
makes
very good.
sense?
Like here's a prime example too. Like because of like how open range it is and stuff, BBs tend to lose their hip kind of like flick on you. Like unlike
Yeah.
Gilbert,
They lose their momentum pretty quickly.
there you go.
Yeah.
And like my gear and stuff that I wear, somebody hit me. The ref that was on top of the bus watched it, and like I didn't continue shooting after because I didn't feel a thing. I was just looking, and he pointed at me. He goes, "Hey, you're out." And I was like, "Oh, I am? Okay." And then I just went back to spawn, and then I came back in. And the reason why is because I had like literally they're all running .2s except for like maybe one person. I tried to run my .4s there, but it just did not want to go. and it would
It did
double
not.
feed. It literally would double feed. Like it did not want to move. So I was like, okay, cool. Well, I can't use point fours at all anymore. I guess that's a waste. Not really, because I can use that on my gas blowback. But it just, I was like, okay, cool. So, but like just seeing and going around, like I had to quickly adjust my like instincts to keep in mind I'm in an outdoor field and they lose their stuff. I have to keep not only an ear out, but try to feel it the best I can.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
For me, oh, you can speak. It's fine.
I was just gonna say I had to be careful as well because with my hat, so Alec, I finally attached and sewed on like a net mesh down the backside of my hat now, so it actually like goes over my shoulders and head now.
Fuck yeah.
But everybody who would shoot at me from the front, technically it was missing because those were going over my shoulder, but they're getting
And
caught in the
hitting
mesh,
net.
and then it would roll off my shoulder. I'm like, technically that counts, so I have to be real wary about that. So.
Yeah, if people want to get that precise
Yeah,
about
no.
it, yeah.
For me, when it came to well, I was rocking. If you take a picture of me of today, you'll see that I was rocking an Evo Shield compression sleeve on my left arm, so I could have some compression in my arm. But that combined with my slightly rolled
I found one of
sleeves,
my fucking sleeve compressions. It's not
my
working.
Slightly rolled sleeves. It was like it combined that I didn't really have a lot that I felt, especially because I had a fucking G-Shock on, a bracelet, and the VIP wristband. Not VIP, yeah, Wild West.
Same concept. They use fucking wristbands.
Same
Just
place,
about everywhere does.
same shitter. Now it was like, oh, I lightly felt it usually, because I usually got shot in the left side most of the time, because I don't know why I got shot in the left most. But yeah,
Well,
it was like, it was hard to feel stuff sometimes.
Well, and the thing
especially
too
with
is like,
velocity.
it's not such a bad like place to go do, and like you could tell they just wanted to play just to play. They weren't looking to
Oh,
like
definitely.
do anything. It's literally like, excuse me, it's like any airsoft field really. They're just there to play and enjoy themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you should in a sport or hobby, whatever you
Yeah,
want to call
exactly.
it. So,
Sure. It's not a
Crazy.
sweat fest like VIP Gilbert.
If you're really gonna be taking
Well,
it seriously, like
well,
as if you're gonna be part of a
the
real
thing-
like team
well, the thing
stuff,
is,
then
too-
find that.
Well, and the thing is too,
Right.
is like with VIP Gilbert, you have to also keep in mind it depends on the session you go to at VIP Gilbert. Normally the noon session is pretty well relaxed and chill, and it's every once in a while you'll get somebody that's really sweaty, and
Yeah.
is trying to do their best against everybody else and tries to put it out there. But a lot of the times you get a really nice chill session.
That's true.
Pretty
I feel
much.
like, oh, it's more like luck. You can't really point at any one place. And be
Yeah,
like, yeah, this place
It's
is
just-
always going to be good.
I
'cause
guess
you
it
can have
just it really depends on the vibes and how everybody's feeling and who you can point out to be a complete dipshit. I won't call him an asshole because I'm an
what
asshole.
kind of speed softers show up.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Like today, the speed softers showed up and then they got banned.
Oh yeah, dude, those milsimers are gone. So as Leon stated, they didn't have any evidence that first time, although I didn't know about this. So Leon stated earlier, they didn't have any evidence that they magged up a guy, and then our last game, which was on Hyper 2, and the only time we ever got on that map, we're playing the elimination game. We're on our second round of that game. We are on the farther end of the spawn by the boat and the mound and stuff like that, so we're on the far end, or as they call it, the walk spawn.
The walk.
We're on the other side, and we all push up maybe about 5 minutes into the game. To my left, I got front row seats, by the way, if that needs to be noted. I got front row seats.
And he
watching
wasn't
that get
recording.
magged up. I wasn't recording because I got overheated, and I'm pissed.
It's okay. I was up on the hill because I was already out, and as soon as it started happening and stuff, I was already looking at that direction, so I have it all on video.
Good. So
Not for
I
me.
I was just gonna finish. I was crouched by some barrels, and I didn't think anything of it because I had heard everybody's been full autoing because full auto is allowed at the field. But as it kept going, I watched this guy go darting out in front of me. He just keeps tearing off back towards the staging area, and I just watched this guy in tan come up over the mound and is just laying into this guy. I got pelted a little bit by some of the BBs, but like these were ones that he had already shot, and like were getting up over the mound, losing most of their momentum by the time they even hit me. Like, the most I can tell you is it feels like somebody took a handful of BBs and just threw it at me. That's the most of their momentum. So it's not like I got caught in the crossfire really and like got hurt per se or really felt them. It was just meh. That's what it felt like. But oh my gosh, that was a little ridiculous to watch because then the guy kept running, and as the refs went to go approach the first guy that was starting the mag dump, a bunch of the other guys on that of the speed QB team guys. Oh my gosh, I'm having a stroke. The other guys also joined in.
Yeah, they started mag
dumping.
dumping
Like
him.
then suddenly the refs like turned around to like 3 other guys in 3 different directions, like mag dumping the same guy again as the guy goes running by, and it's like, really, guys? Really? And that pretty much ended that game immediately, which was only 5 minutes, basically.
Well, that was round 2 though versus round 1.
Well, yeah, that was round 2, but that was the shortest game we've had that we had all day.
Either way, I got some pretty short footages to play with anyways, so.
Anyone mag dumps me like that, I'm just bull face walking at them and then grabbing their gun and snapping it into right in front of them.
Leon, Devin had mentioned earlier that he was by me and he knew I was over there, so they thought they were mag dumping me, and he was like, "Hey, nobody about to go mag dump one of my guys." He was about to go like beat up this guy.
Oh yeah, that was.
How old are you? Are you like Peter older? Let's go.
Devin was about to be like, "No way, somebody's dumping Dirtman right now." Oh, hell nah.
I don't care. No, I don't care about how old they are, bro. I'm still fucking folding them.
I mean, you can legally get away with that.
You can legally get away with that.
Any one of us does it, we're fucking going to jail.
Oh, we're screwed. We're screwed.
I don't think we would. I think what would happen is, because the refs immediately, they enjoyed my company there, like, because I was kind of like being a little bit of a normal goofball, as I always am. And I think what would happen is, what they would do is just be like, yeah, we're just going to just let them deal with what they got to do, and then we'll go ahead and take that person that started it and remove them for good.
Yeah, I mean, that's the best outcome you can hope for. But man, I tell you what, you're gonna assault me with that gun, I'm breaking it. I'm sorry. I'm just breaking it.
I'm kicking it.
Break it over their head like that one video meme.
I mean, guess what? From my job, I've stepped on nails that have gone through my feet before, through boots and shit. So BBs ain't gonna feel like shit when I'm pissed.
Oh yeah, that adrenaline. That's how my arm was when my motorcycle dropped.
Bro,
oh yeah.
I got a sick fucking forearms pump from playing. I was like, hold my fucking rifle all the time. So I don't have a sling, so I was just like, buff ass forearms.
Fuck yeah, dude. I got small wrists, so my forearms look larger than they really are, but.
Dude, in some of the pictures we took, I look like a little chunky boy, but then once I take everything off, I'm like this fucking Pringle. I'm just this.
Compared to me, I'm sorry.
As I've been telling people since I've been working out, I'm like, I'm no longer a Pringle, I'm just buff Pringle.
Love.
That's your new code sign, not Dirtman anymore. It's Pringle.
I'm actually okay with that.
Hey, don't worry. We gave Jake Operator Chunk. We gave him Operator Chunk.
Because I have like this like fat like on both sides. I got this easily. So like right here though, oh fuck no.
He got the muffins going over his pants, type of shit.
See, I've got the back muscles. I've got those. I just don't have the biceps or the forearm.
I got a weird ass bicep one.
I have the legs, dude. I'm sorry if y'all ever see my legs.
And it's funny because like the shirts and stuff I wear, I normally like to hide away my features, but if I wear like a nice tight shirt like this, you could fucking see it and shit. It's just like, and I like to hide my shit.
You guys see, I got big nice chest.
But
I wear my shit, bro.
But yeah,
I like my shirts that actually don't like stick out when you have your arms up against your torso. I like them when they're like the sleeves are fit around your arm tightly. Oh, those ones are. I need more of those in my life.
The game mode that I actually enjoyed the most though was that infected game mode.
Infected was fun.
It was
actually really fun.
Say again, Alec.
I hate it.
That's
Alright.
What the fuck?
You're talking so loud, your
Zombies.
microphone's cutting you out.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so
No,
I hate the infected game mode so much. It's because they get guns. Well, zombies get guns.
Well, yeah, but at the same time too, if you think about it, if you can keep
Dude,
yourself in cover and
saying
not
that.
pop your head up, you're fine. If you
I'm
can
saying that
hide
is-
yourself somewhere, you're
uh,
fine. I actually enjoyed it though
Myself
because
out in
like
the long
it's
grass.
three. Well, because I liked it because it's like it's three people that start out against the entire rest of the players, and a lot of the players what they try to do is they try to run and they try to get away from it, which is fine. Like let them try, let them do it. But once they get hit, then they have to go over there to spawn on that side to then try to get the rest of the players, and then it can be challenging. Like literally all you have to do is hit the infected back into their spawn and make sure they can't figure out where you are.
Yep.
Oh, dude, I took off to that
I
far
will.
corner I was telling you about earlier and hit
Mhm.
that tall green grass back there where those blue barrels are behind those
Oh,
dirt
yeah.
mounds.
Isn't-
Dude,
I know.
I stayed out there the whole fucking game. I was like, I'm not playing infected like normal. I'm fucking hiding.
Well, see, what's funny is
Dude,
I didn't think about this, but I should have thought about this during Infected. Was I should have literally just hopped through the back of the fucking bus and just sit there because I was wearing dark clothing and I had my cameras and stuff, and my gun is stupid quiet, so they're not gonna know.
So were you playing infected on town or?
Town, yeah.
Town.
Okay, I
Yeah,
played on
like-
hyper, and I feel like that's
Dude,
a little
oh my God.
better.
Alright, so I have a story about infected. So once upon a time, eighth grade me, fucking midget ass motherfucker, fucking
So 2 years
five
ago.
nine, 5'9" dude, like fucking midget.
Yeah, midget.
That's a midget back then for me. So we played infected on hyper, right? But the thing is, that's when they had games to go until like 10 o'clock at night.
I
So
think
the
that's their
last
summer
game-
hours.
The last game, it was fucking 10 o'clock, right? We were we were under the cover of darkness, and it was, we were like the survivors, right? So there's like this little like trench, like the little ditch trench area, right?
Mhm.
Like it's like, yeah. So we were like all the survivors were in there, and then fucking World War One up in that shit. We were just like, fire! Just fucking. There's fucking
fire.
tracers and shit, dude. It was funny as hell.
Dude, I
Yeah.
have so because I removed my spring from my AK, I don't have the FPS to really get out very far, so I have to like volley fire my AK to get the fucking arc needed. I just need to change my spring out and use like .25s or 30s or something like that at the field, and get my original spring back in my AK and go like 440 FPS.
Nice.
Alec, did you use your PKM last week when you went to
So I've been there
Wallace?
I've been there 3 times.
Okay.
So the first 2 times I used my PKM. Second time I went with another group of my friends and I let them use it all the time. And then the last time I went to go test my gun at the firing range, fired a couple rounds, went full auto, did everything good. I brought it out for my first infected match, and it can fire 1 round now, and then it sounds like it's like broken and it won't fire the next
Oh
round. Cycle.
no.
Doesn't you like the
Oh boy,
the
you might have to
power drill,
upgrade.
the power drill noise?
Yeah, basically.
Oh, I fucking hate that, dude.
Yeah, he has to do some upgrades, or probably has to do
I'm
something.
gonna
'Cause, like,
HPA you.
That's what I'm doing to my P90.
if you're gonna if you're gonna HPA, either put a Wolverine in it or a Polar Star Jack, because those are the only ones that are really good for the outside.
Well, no, I found one that's
I'm
actually
gonna-
built for the PKM to actually fit the conversion and everything like that.
do
Let me
it.
see if I can. Let me see if I can't find it.
I'm gonna
yeah.
I'm gonna
It's-
HPA my Mark 16. So Scar L soon. Need a new
It's
charging
the-
handle for it.
I
though.
do plan on taking off my suppressor for my MK18 and throw back on my tracer for it because it is a shorter inner barrel and I'm tired of my BBs getting stuck every once in a while in there. So I need to put that back on there. I'm not gonna run tracers in it. I'm just gonna turn on the little fire mode thing for it, the little muzzle flash
Oh, the
for it,
muzzle- oh,
and just
that
leave
one.
it as is after that.
That's just to be kick ass though, dude.
Oh, I've
That's
ran it
okay, yeah,
before.
sure.
I've ran it before.
I know. I'm saying it's still gonna be kick ass, dude.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I was gonna say I wish I had like a suppressor one, but at the same time, suppressors don't really have muzzle flash.
I just threw
Shit's
it up in
power
general chat. I threw it up in general chat. It's the link to the conversion kit that I'm getting. That HVA. It's a Daytona.
Ooh, sexy, sexy. I
It's
like it.
as expensive as the fucking gun was. So it's definitely
How
gonna
much was
be
the
a
gun?
minute. Like 605 or something like that. That's why tax and shipping.
Jesus Christ, I wish I was on
Let's
that.
take a look here.
I'm so glad
Okay.
I can buy cheap shit. Yeah. I want
No,
to
like,
get
I'm
the
doing a
fucking
similar thing with an EMG Wolverine Hydrogen 2 HPA kit that's meant for P90s.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
It's about as expensive
I
as
was
the base gun was.
It's $400. It's more expensive than my gun.
Oh shit! All right,
Well,
yeah, there you
well,
go.
I
that and
bought the
like.
cheap
I was thinking,
$150 cyber gun.
I was thinking for me, I want to get the featherweight 249. I don't know why. I really just want 249 just to run around with, you know.
The gun that I've always wanted to get for airsoft as an HPA gun is the one that Dutch the Hooligan has.
Ooh.
The Lavoa is what I call it, but it's the LV OAC or some shit.
Yeah.
Oh, the LVOA, dude. That thing's
Yeah,
nice.
I've always
I hear-
I
wanted.
think Crytek makes them.
I hear a
I think
lot of
Crytek
people
makes
talking
them.
shit about Lavoa. I don't know why,
I-
but a lot of people talk shit about it. It's
Oh
like
yeah,
a
like
brand.
there's a guy in I won't say his name, but there's a guy in Turtz's Discord that tried to bash on my KWA LM4.
Can I just say I'm tired of people totally random tangent? Can I just say I don't understand why people need to talk trash about each other's guns like that?
Well,
Because
like-
everything is so personalized in the
Yeah,
first
and
place.
well that and
There's
like
talking trash with your friends and having a fun moment about
Yeah,
it. Like, oh,
yeah,
you
there's
got
talking-
that? Oh,
yeah, it's one thing if you know each other.
There's
Well,
that.
And then
Well-
there's the actual random assholes that are
that
on
get their
Discord
shit from
and-
Reddit and think it's the fucking worst thing, and it's just like,
Yes,
calm down,
it's
Reddit
like-
kid.
Yeah, it's like
But anyway, so this
fucking-
this kid,
Yeah.
right? He runs gas blowbacks as well, and all he does is gas blowbacks. And so my next gas blowback I want to get is a VFC brand, but an M4 platform of some sort. I won't say what one yet because I'm still looking into it. But anyways, so he's bashing on my KWA LM4, talking about how it's trash, how it does this, how it does that, all this other stuff. And all I told him was, gas blowback rifles are meant to be treated like a real rifle. If you do not maintain it, you're gonna have issues. I go, not only that, ooh, whoop-de-doo, the mag leaks from it. Oh, what are you gonna do? Simple, put silicone gel around the seal area where it won't leak. Not that hard.
Fix your fucking gun.
And
Oh.
so, and I even told him this. I go, not only that, but I have upgraded and swapped out old parts with new parts of different things. And guess what? It shoots perfectly fine.
Oh my god, he did that. Nah,
Almost like it just works.
Right? I spent
destroyed.
no more than like $30 just to replace every single part in it. Meaning the O-ring, the bucking, the nozzle, the inner barrel.
I mean, the things that caused the issues that you fixed and replaced, and now it doesn't cause an issue. Oh,
Yeah, it hasn't
Oh,
caused me an
goddamn.
issue for over
Oh,
a year now
why
that
did I
I've
just
had
think
it.
of that?
Just need the
So-
meme of the dude just standing out and looking over the plateau. He's
Well, like-
just staring down the valley.
Right. Well, like, and what's funny after that, he really tried to play the big dick, bigger dick game with me, and one of the other guys that's in there as well. Well, like the other guy that was in there as well that I've also privately chatted with, like he was like, what is up with this dude? I'm like, I don't know. I was like, I don't even care. Like, he could sit there and bash on it if he likes. That's fine. That's his preference to do is bash on other people's stuff. That is perfectly okay. However, when it comes down to personal preference, if you know what you're doing and you know what you need to replace and fix and know how to maintain something, you'll be fine.
On the
Crazy.
topic of gas blowbacks, there's this gas blowback I really want to get. I think it's pretty new. It's an MCX Rattler. I really want it. I
It's like
don't know if it's
M6
or not.
Rattler.
I love Stigs, dude. Stigs are nice.
But
should get
uh,
the,
I'm a Stig meat rider.
what's the new? You should get the Sig Spear as an airsoft
Sig
rifle.
Ooh, dude, I think they're making one. I think Sig Air is making one. I think.
Dude, okay, so I don't know if my friends will ever watch this podcast, but it's so funny. We're in a big
Just
group
get
chat.
them just get them to watch it anyways.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna get.
Get them
Oh,
to check
all
out
right,
my
you guys
channel and
watching this?
everything.
Fuck you. An assault rifle's a real thing.
No.
Like
It's not an assault rifle because you haven't assaulted anybody with it yet. It's just a
no,
rifle.
No, an
Exactly.
assault rifle's a real term too. And these kids that are like 16 and 17.
Oh my
like,
god, they played way too much fucking Call of Duty.
they were like, oh, it's actually not a real term. It's the real term for an assault rifle is actually battle rifle or combat rifle. And dude, I will lay down
I
these
work
facts for you.
with guns.
Okay, listen.
And
It's like,
this-
hold on. It's like, all right, dude, hold on. Check this out. Back in World War II, the first assault rifle ever invented was named the STG-44, or otherwise known as the Sturmgewehr, which literally is the translation from German to English, meaning storm rifle or assault rifle. The idea was to have an intermediary cartridge between a bolt-action rifle cartridge and the lightweightness of a fucking submachine gun, and it lets you reload while on the move, assaulting an enemy's position. That's the whole fucking
Exactly.
design of it. That's what assault
And,
rifle is.
Let me.
Alex's
let me-
position tells me he's had this
and-
conversation
and-
so many times that he has got this down to his science.
God, dude. I,
Nah, so it was like this is like the M1 Grand. That is a battle rifle.
yes,
Like,
a
yeah.
Scar 17 battle rifle.
Battle
Fucking
rifle.
So
Yeah.
let me give people
think
let me
the
give
perfect-
people who
perfect
think
comparison.
AR stands for assault rifle. Let me give them some insight about this.
It's armor.
AR does not stand for assault rifle. It stands for Armalite rifle. You dumb fucks.
That's what,
Yeah.
that's what the kid kept telling me, and I'm like, dude, I know already, but you're not hearing what I'm saying.
I mean,
Assault
assault
rifle's a
rifle-
real term.
Now,
Like, no,
Assault rifle-
AR-15s aren't assault rifles.
Now, so
I'm like,
what
oh my
what I like
God.
to tell people
God, bro.
once I tell them the difference of this, I go, it is considered a rifle because of the fact that it hasn't been pointed at or shot at a person of target. Once it has been done in that way, then it's considered an assault rifle because now you're assaulting somebody with it. Just like if I had a bat in my hand and I'm walking by somebody, this is a bat right now. Now, if I were to swing it at somebody or threatening them with it, then it becomes an assault bat.
No, that's not how that works.
No,
I
because
mean,
you can call it assault
technically-
with a deadly weapon. That's the law that it is.
Yes, but assault does
it's
not.
so-
The rifle is
so
not
would
an
it be-
assault yet until after it is being projected towards the person.
That doesn't
Wait,
make
wouldn't it
sense,
technically be called
though.
an assault with deadly weapon rifle then?
No, it'd just be an assault rifle because you're holding a rifle of some sort.
You're not using it. That's not. No, that doesn't make any sense though, because that's like. You could say these are assault fists because I can go up and punch someone with it. No, it's not. My fists aren't assault fists. I'm assaulting the person. That's
Yes,
it.
and the person that's operating the gun is now making it an assault rifle when they're pointing it towards the person
So
and
is it
threatening
an
them.
assault car if somebody drives onto the sidewalk.
Fuck it, might as well be.
Bearcat.
Everything has a
It doesn't make
terminal.
sense.
Well, if you think about it, everything has a terminology for a lot of things. And when it comes to like using a
Right.
rifle, whether it has a full auto feature or has a semi-auto feature, and it's a rifle, literally a rifle shooting rifle rounds, and it's in that operator's hands, and somebody says some smart remark towards that person, and all of a sudden that person that's using that rifle gets all butthurt and goes to threaten them with it, it becomes an assault rifle. As soon as it also engaged, then it's an assault with a deadly weapon.
No,
So as I found on Google, it states here, and I quote, chambered for ammunition of reduced size or propellant charge, and that has the capacity to switch between semi-automatic and fully automatic fire. That is what makes an assault rifle.
So wait, if you just give it, so if you give a Glock 18C a very long barrel, would that make it a rifle then?
No,
God,
it's still shooting a pistol caliber.
no, it's
Okay.
an assault rifle after that because
It's an assault rifle because it has a
Well,
rifle
it
barrel.
well, actually, hold on. It depends on the length of the barrel.
No, it doesn't.
This is what the ATF does all day long, is
I
figure out
fucking
what is
hate
anything.
ATF. I hate ATF. Don't even get me started on those
Nobody
fucking
fucking
I'm gonna
dipshits.
get a pistol
They're
brace
They're
when I
literally-
first talk
yeah,
about
right?
them.
They literally, you know what the fucking brace is supposed to do, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're supposed to put your
Around your
fucking arm
arm.
through that shit.
Yeah, go around your
Supposed to be
arm.
like-
It goes around an arm for somebody who is unable to
Disabled.
squeeze the trigger.
or that.
The trigger.
The
The
trigger.
trigger.
Yeah, the trigger. Sorry, my fucking words went whoop.
You had a mini stroke.
I did. I've been
I'm
up.
not the
I've
river,
been
I'm
up
the
since
sprinkler.
fucking 6 a.m. I've been up since 6 a.m. and
I've been
my
up
motorcycle did not want to start this morning.
My dick is bigger. Oh,
No, I got a small pee-pee.
Jesus.
It's micro.
Big
Micro
dick
wiener.
energy.
Micro wiener.
She asked me how big is my dick. I say,
I
it's
said, you
small.
see that?
I
You
fuck
see that? You see that little microscope over there? Go get it. You can come see it through that.
My phone's dying, by the way.
Good.
Let's see.
Oh, I thought it just died. I thought it just died.
No, it's at 10%.
You'll be fine.
Yeah,
We still got another like
Hour
10
and a
minutes.
half.
We
You're
still
good.
got we still got 10 minutes. You're good.
No, hour and a half, dude. You're good.
Oh, let me
Zero.
lower my.
Well, yeah, back to the Wild West chat though. Yeah, no. All in all, I've had a blast with that field. I actually
It was a good
enjoyed
day.
it.
Loved it.
It
It
was
was a very good day.
and it was really nice out. Aside from
Very-
having to run, if anybody was running and their bodies were getting overheated, it wasn't as bad.
Oh, did the refs ever yell at you about running or anything like that? Because
No.
no, okay. Because what I went running by, I couldn't tell half the things that they were yelling at people. Like, I
Yeah.
barely started catching on to the whole like walk. The guy's already out. Let him walk.
Yeah, I
Don't
think-
shoot him. I could barely catch that sometimes, and other times I go like tearing across the field, and I think one of the refs is yelling at me for running or something like that, and I can make. What I think I'm hearing is, "Hey, no running," and then I would
Even though
like,
that field
kinda
is
slow down to
big
a jog.
runs.
Yeah.
Dude, I would
Um,
try to just sprint across the field.
Dude, with all my
For
gear on
me-
and stuff with the weight, I can't run as fast.
For me, there was a game where Leon, he forgot to put his phone away. So I had to put it in my little front pouch. So I had to play very carefully. So I was running. I was like, every time my fucking bounce, I was like, oh shit, to make sure his phone don't
Yeah,
die.
so keep this a note, people who are watching this. I forgot to put my phone back in my bag where what I normally would do is put it back in my bag, and I went to reach in my pocket because I was like, oh, I have a mag
Magazine.
that's with me. But then I looked down and I realized there's already a mag in my gun and I have my other 3 in my chest ring. And I was like, I think that's my fucking phone. I gotta pull it out. Sure enough, it's my phone. I looked at operator Chunk and I go,
You
hey,
have an American flag
you
in
got
your pouch.
an American flag in your pouch right now, and this is gonna be enough to stop BBs from hitting. I'm gonna put this in your pouch. Put this in your little kangaroo pouch.
Sorry. No, the kangaroo pouch is my fucking mag holster. Yeah, I'm thinking about investing in some like placard for my play carrier to actually store more M4 mags since I don't like the kangaroo part. Honestly, it's fucking shit.
Hey, it saves your no square. Actually, wait, no, yours just covers your gut. You'll be fine.
I need to for me, I want to buy the crotch like thing that goes on like some US soldiers IBAs and shit. It's like the little triangle thing. It hangs below the bike carrier.
I just want to say it was so much fun full autoing my P90 at people because I don't get to do that often.
Yeah, I mean,
Still use my
I plan on making a full auto HPA gun, not exactly like my Speed QB one, but one where it saves ammo enough where I could just do a quick like small second burst. Because like both Dirtman and Alec have been to my place, and I showed them both my Speed QB gun that what happens when it's on full auto, and let me tell you, they saw a little mini A10 in my hand.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
So ridiculous. You need to get a burst fire for that or something.
Speaking of that, guys, I just realized I missed an air show today. And I can't go tomorrow. I'm sad. That's
Hell
like,
yeah.
hey,
You decide. You decide. Okay,
it's true.
I'm gonna
I
edit
did
this.
decide. I
This
did decide.
this idiot here was like, hey, can y'all come pick me up? He's further south than the field from both Leon and I. I spent an hour and a half of driving today. From my place to Leon, from Leon to APC, from APC down to this idiot's place.
Wait. No. What we did is you came to my place. We went to go to APC. We went to APC to Jack in the Box, and we were talking for a few.
Sure, but we hadn't eaten breakfast yet,
Exactly.
and I asked you.
Food is important.
Yes, it is
Anyways.
important.
True.
After that, then we shot all the way down to go pick up this shithead, who was an additional
More
hour
or less
away.
gagged. Oh my gosh.
And who can barely also fit in the car. With a helmet
Yeah,
on.
he
I
was
like,
so
I was
wide,
trying- I was
like he
trying-
was wide-bodied in that cart. He was looking like Bob the Slob.
Get your
I'm not that
license.
big.
Get your
Okay,
license.
I'm getting my license in fucking
Do it.
August. Fuck you.
Do it. I'm not driving you again, just so you know. It's not worth my gas and time to travel so far south just to come get your ass.
With me, it's an exception.
Because you're only 15 minutes and you're on the way.
Well, not only that, I'm also 15 minutes from our normal field, and that's
That
if we're going
too.
the normal speed limit.
Because you're so close, it makes it just super easy to just come down, get you, and
Well-
then just take the 60 over.
Well, you're 15 minutes from me, and he's 15 minutes or 5 minutes down the road from me.
Yes. Both you and Alec are really close together, and makes it super easy to me to get to either one of you without a problem. Though, other asshead McGee over here is
He's way out in
freaking-
fucking Queen Creek,
from
Santan.
my apartment,
Docs?
easily 45 minutes.
I didn't say exactly where you live. I have your
That's true.
address though. So, anyways, guys, he lives at.
Doxed by the fucking HOA tree back there. Google Maps.
And I hate HOA. They ruin the fun of things.
Fuck the HOA. The fucking tree.
It says
sucks.
here, from my place to come get him will take me 35 minutes. During the day, easily 45 with traffic.
Well, it also depends on the time too for traffic.
And that includes doing the speed limit. Obviously, as you know, I don't do the speed limit.
Speed limit.
Yeah, I
What's
was like-
that?
I want when we were on the
Geneva
way to
Convention.
It's a
Or
space
like
suggestion.
Geneva suggestion.
Dude, I wanted to say like the speed limit is 45. You're going like 58. I was like,
Okay, if we were to
That's
use
all.
Life 360 as a group and look at everybody's speed, I could tell you, mine will always say 100 plus.
let's use.
Mine
Life
will always
360,
say 80
guys.
plus.
Let's use it, guys. Why not?
Well, no, so like
I
for
don't
me,
need to where you are all the time.
Why not?
well, that
You
and
never
I
know
have
what
to
if I-
have
what if I'm
mine
scoring
off for a
code?
lot of reasons.
I'm not willing to share my location. I'm keeping that all private.
Yeah, that's how I am with mine. Like only really Dirtman and Alec know exactly where I live and stuff, and same with Sokka.
Yeah, he lives right here.
lives.
His
I'll
address
never know
is.
where you guys live.
Keep this all out.
I will never know where you guys live.
No, you never.
Never.
Not until you get a
Let's just
license in
say-
the car, and then I'll tell you.
let's
But
just
otherwise,
say
you need to know that.
Sometime
Wait, what
this
if, what if I just
year,
drive my Bronco?
sometime this year into next year, I will be moving into a different part of the city. I will no longer be living in Tempe.
Ooh.
Well, guys, you know he lives in Tempe now.
Yeah, good luck finding me
Oh,
though,
dog.
because Tempe's pretty big for being how small it is.
Guys, he actually walks around with a Call of Duty Ghost mask on.
Yeah, I walk around the neighborhoods
Really?
and your streets at night, just hoping that somebody's gonna get got. Gonna yee them bitches with 45 rounds of pure adrenaline.
Leon, I was looking at approximately where your new place is going to be and stuff like that. I didn't realize that you're moving over there. Oh, okay. Like I've heard the name, but as a kid, I was like, I don't know where that is. Not until I actually look at the map. The kicker is I will no longer be able to get you and help you out with
No,
anything,
at that
but
time-
you're still gonna
at-
be 20 minutes from VIP.
Well, yeah,
easily.
but you also got to keep in mind too, because you know the woman, she'll have her car and she'll be most likely going with me.
Also true.
Fuck is a woman. Women avoid me.
Yeah, we can
I
see
wonder why.
Fuck you. I'm going through a breakup right now, guys.
His right hand's leaving him for his left hand.
No. Fuck you. Left hand.
Can you tell that we're all
My parents.
dehydrated and sleep deprived and extremely exhausted from the day?
I haven't even got my yank in today.
My parents. My parents forgot I was outside not to walk all the way around to go back inside.
Good job. Look at that face.
Yeah.
Listen to that copyright.
That's okay.
Bro,
We're gonna go ahead and end it up on here on this lovely note.
Hopefully we can get an algebras question next time. When
Yeah,
he plays,
we
when he
had
comes to talk
plenty.
with us.
I'm surprised we had a good hour talk about Wild West.
I'm surprised.
I'm glad we did. I
halfway
feel like
through,
it was
he
well deserved.
deviated.
And it wasn't even rushed either.
It's
We were just
hilarious.
talking about it.
No,
And-
it was well
Let me
paced.
in.
Yeah,
Open
at least for the
your-
next one we can get him in.
Open the door. Let me in.
Anyways, uh,
Please help.
on that note, thanks for watching. He's gonna be stuck outside for a while, so everybody have a good one.